what's up guys? This is Derek from Classic Game Room. Check out my stupid hat! Isn't it stupid? I'm wearing it anyway. When you have facial hair like this, it compensates for the stupid hat. Who's gonna say something about my hat when I look like this? I go, and people go, oh, look at him. He's real cool. I'm not gonna make fun of that stupid hat. This makes this okay. You can get away with anything if you have cool facial hair. And who has cooler facial hair than me? Say maybe like Wolverine. Look at this. Anyway, it's Friday, and you know what that means. Holy crap, it's the weekend. Boy, I got a good weekend planned. Tomorrow I'm going to a Ring of Honor wrestling show, and then on Sunday, I'm going to the Royal Rumble. I have tickets to the Royal Rumble. How effing rad is that? So I got a whole weekend of watching grown men, you know, pretend to hit each other in the face. It's gonna be awesome. But you know what? We got awesome stuff. There's awesome stuff happening elsewhere too. All over the place there's gonna be awesome stuff. No place more awesome than at ClassicGameRoom.com. In fact, if you go over there right now, the awesome has already begun. I've got a review of something. What's my review today? Hold on, I know what it is. Oh, that's right. I have the Guinness World Records Gamer Edition 2014. You go over there and watch that right now. You watch me read a coffee table book about coffee tables. Actually, it's nothing like that. It's literally just a book about video games and video game records. But you know what? That's just as interesting. And you know what makes it even more interesting is I'm reading it and discussing it. You get my thoughts and my opinions on this book, which has pages. It's not like an ebook. Before ebooks, there was these things we made of tree pulp. And I'm reviewing one of them right now at ClassicGameRoom.com. It doesn't get any more interesting than that. And this hat. And this facial hair. Come on, what are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of here. Go watch my review of that. And TJ's got a review today too. But you know, I don't even, what is it? It's called MICHAEL English Daiboukεν something. Daiboukεν for the Famicom. I don't know why he reviews the weirdest games I've never even heard of. But that's what it is. MICHAEL English Daiboukεν. I don't know what it is, but he's got a review of it, and it's pretty good. It's over at ClassicGameRoom.com. And hey, tomorrow's Saturday, and while I'm watching Kevin Steen, the zoo enthusiast, beat other men into a pulp, you go over to ClassicGameRoom.com, because that's what I'm going to do on the way to the arena, and I'm going to watch, we've got all kind of eShop reviews on Saturday. TJ has this awesome game called Edge for the 3DS. I reviewed the Wii U version of Edge a while ago. That game's unbelievable. It's really good. So you should watch TJ's review of the 3DS version on Saturday. And then also on Saturday, I have Dr. Luigi, which is in the eShop for the Wii U, which is Dr. Mario, only greener, which is because that's what his brother wears. He wears green. And it's going to be awesome. It's this full day of eShop gloriousness over on ClassicGameRoom.com from your pals at CGR Undertow. It's an eShop celebration. Then on Sunday, I got a review, and you know, it's kind of, the timing's perfect, because over on the WinSquid Pub, the ClassicGameRoom.com forum, I saw someone recently said they missed my poetic reviews. It was a very flattering way to describe some of my reviews. It was poetic. I really appreciate that. And I think what I've written about Beautiful Joe 2 certainly qualifies, and my review of it will go up Sunday over on ClassicGameRoom.com, a GameCube classic, really a classic of its generation on the GameCube and PS2. And I waxed eloquently about it for a good amount of time, both because it's awesome and because there are cel-shaded boobies. And you guys know me, there's few things I appreciate more than a stupid hat and cel-shaded boobies and the GameCube. So you can just imagine how poetic I was about Beautiful Joe 2, and how poetic it will be Sunday on ClassicGameRoom.com. How poetic it is right now! Look at this! Look how poetic this is! This is poetic justice. But before I embark on this glorious weekend of professional wrestling and awesome reviews at ClassicGameRoom.com, I gotta answer some of your questions, because we got two good ones today. The first one is from someone named Horson Wells, which is the best. Yeah, I mean, if I were in charge of the XP points, I'd give you 100 just for that name. That's unbelievable. Anyway, he wants to know what time of day is most special to me. He'd get another 100 XP for that question, but it's a real simple answer, and that's this time of day. The time of day I get to share with you guys here on the vlog. The vlog. I get to listen. We open it up and we get deep and we get real here, you know, and that's real. That's real. So this is obviously my favorite time of day. That and when I you know, sometimes I get bored and maybe on my lunch break I'll you know, I'll Google Emma Watson hot and just see what happens. Just see what kind of internet wormholes I go down. That's probably my second favorite time of day. Good question, Orson Welles. You know, for our last question today, it's actually very fitting. It's from someone called Oya Bungajin? I don't know. But anyway, it's fitting because he's asking about the Royal Rumble. He wants to know who I think is going to win, who some of the surprise entrants will be. Every year there's some old school guys that come back as surprise entrants. Great question, Oya Bungajin, which is a fun word to say. In terms of who's going to win, I mean, come on, it has to be Daniel Bryan, right? If Daniel Bryan doesn't win, and then, you know, he wins the Rumble, and then he gets his shot at WrestleMania at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and then he finally wins it and overcomes all the odds that he's been having to deal with since SummerSlam. Of course, it has to be Daniel Bryan, right? Listen, if it's not Daniel Bryan, I need someone up at Stanford needs get some heads knocked together, because that's gotta be, it's what the audience wants, it's what I want. I'm sure it's whatever, you know, it's what we all want. We all want Daniel Bryan to win. This story has to come to an end, and an end that makes sense. So it has to be Daniel Bryan. If it's Batista, listen, I got nothing against the animal, except maybe his stupid belly button tattoos. Otherwise, you know, I got nothing against him. I'm glad he's back. But come on, it can't be Batista. The only other acceptable answer would be CM Punk. If CM Punk wins, that could be interesting too. But it's got to be Bryan. I don't want to consider any other options. Got to be Daniel Bryan. And as far as surprise entrants, I mean, I was hoping to see Jake the Snake this year. He's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. He's one of the best heels in the history of the business. But I don't know if that's going to happen now that he was on Raw a couple weeks ago. I think they sort of blew the surprise there. So I don't know. You know, maybe. I mean, you keep hearing about Hulk Hogan that might be at WrestleMania. I don't think he'd be in the Rumble. He can't really work anymore. Even in the Rumble, he'd break his hip trying to fall out of the ring. So I don't think Hogan, but I honestly, I don't know. Maybe Jericho, but Chris Jericho's not a surprise entrant anymore. When you are a surprise entrant every Royal Rumble, you're no longer a surprise entrant. You're just like you're like a guest appearance before your 3-month run in the company. So that's not a surprise. I think Sheamus will be back, maybe Christian. But those aren't surprises, you know. There are no surprises anymore in this internet age. I'm a surprise. I'm always a surprise. And you guys can see some of my surprises this weekend over on ClassicGameRoom.com. Seriously, we got some really good reviews coming up. And I hope you watch them, because I'm going to watch them too. And I'm going to watch submission holds. I'm going to watch drop toe holds and arm bar. Listen, I'm going to see hundreds of moves this weekend. Number 1, arm bar. Number 2, suplex. Number 3, the Saskatchewan nerve claw. Number 4, arm bar. ClassicGameRoom.com all weekend. eShop Saturday.